Madam Speaker, today I rise because we are in the midst of a staggering rise of anti-Muslim violence and discrimination around the world. At its worst, it is Uyghurs in concentration camps in China and genocide against the Rohingya in Burma. But those atrocities are part of a deeper fabric of violence against Muslims and impunity for violence against Muslims at a global level. In India, Prime Minister Modi's government has moved to strip citizenship from millions of Muslims. In Sri Lanka, anti-Muslim laws and violence have imposed terror on the community. In Hungary, in Belarus, and Poland, politicians have stroked fear of Muslim migrants and refugees. In New Zealand and Canada, white supremacists' violence has targeted Muslims, including at their places of worship. And of course, we in the United States are not immune to this hatred. It is no secret that the previous president of the United States explicitly vowed, and I quote, a complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. But Trump was simply taking advantage of a deeper culture of Islamophobia that has existed for the past 2 decades, from the Patriot Act to the CVE program to Abu Ghraib. None of these things are happening in isolation. We must understand that these problems are interlinked. In fact, earlier this year, the United Nations commissioned a report and concluded that Islamophobia has reached, I quote, epidemic proportion, and urged nations around the world to take all necessary measures to combat it. As a country that was founded on religious liberty, our leadership on international religious freedom depends on recognizing that Islamophobia is global in scope, and we must lead the global effort to address it. That's why Representative Schakowsky and I have introduced this bill to create a special envoy for monitoring and combating Islamophobia at the State Department. This bill also adds violence and incitement targeted at Muslims to the State Department's annual Human Rights Report and International Religious Freedom Report. There are cynics who would rather see us divided on racial, ethnic, gender, and religious lines because it suits their political agenda. But I believe as Americans, we should stand united against all forms of bigotry. In fact, this legislation is modeled on the Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism, and I was proud to co-sponsor and vote last Congress on legislation to elevate that envoy to a cabinet-level position. Because it is important, Madam Speaker, that we live in a world where everyone is free of persecution based on their religious background and beliefs. And until everyone is free to practice their religion, no one is. So I want to thank the co-lead of this bill, a partner in justice, Representative Jan Schakowsky, along with Chairman Meeks, Speaker Pelosi, and the leadership team for their commitment to this legislation. I also want to thank the Council on American Islamic Relations for their advocacy on this, and all the groups representing cross-section of human rights, civil rights, and faith coalitions who fight for religious rights for everyone around the world. And with that, Madam Speaker, I yield back.